server from 17 once again. This is some more Black Ops 2. This time it's on Meltdown. I wish I could have had some fancy expositional moments on this, but it's another one of the gameplays that was lost to theatre mode thanks to the prestige glitch. Something interesting to note here, this is me using the MSMC. I think this is maybe the second or third game I had with it. I pulled host on this game, and that's why it struggled getting everybody in, because my internet, as we all know, is fantastic. And host on this game is powerful. It is really powerful, and I'm not even sure how it estimates who should get host, but watch this gameplay, watch some of the gunfights I get in, watch how fast people die. It's insane. It's really insane. And like, if you pull host, stay in the lobbies, guys, because like, look at that. Look at this. It's just madness. The game works. The game works, and it's fantastic, but it's one of those things where I kind of hate it at the same time, because I know the people that I'm versing are probably calling bullshit every moment of the way, because they're putting 10 bullets in me and I'm not even feeling them, and it's a big shame. And this is a multi-billion, you know, dollar, pound, whatever you want to say, sterling, Czech crowns, drachma, I don't know. It's a very expensive and lucrative franchise, and still every year they seem to not be able to handle the online component to a game where its online is pretty much the lifeblood of it. And I've never really understood that, because I'm not a programmer. I don't really know too much about the internet or how it works. I don't know much about servers, but I know this: if you're making that much money, it could be better. Let's say that much. And it's a shame that it isn't, because I do think this is probably one of the best Call of Duties made. I hate throwing around the word balanced, because balance can mean a lot of things. I think it's fairer than some of the older ones. You earn your kill streaks, and your kill streaks do the work. You know, teamwork is rewarded more than lone wolf dickbaggery, which I think is fantastic. And like, after Modern Warfare 3, I think these maps are a blessing, because Modern Warfare 3's maps were so terrible. Like, I would rather play on the worst maps on Modern Warfare 2 than any of the maps on Modern Warfare 3. I literally had about 3 favourites, and that was it. But one thing I have noticed about this game, when people leave, the game is not very quick to reinsert people, which kind of sucks. Also, there's a lot of quitting, which is a big shame, but I understand it, because the connection is really difficult for some players at this moment in time. I don't know if it's been fixed. I have literally not played this game in about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, which is a disgrace really, because it's really fun, and I've got no excuse other than I've been busy with different YouTube projects and life things. But there's so much this game does right, and it's still getting shit on, and I think that's a massive shame. And anybody who's worried about not seeing too much of this content on my channel, that's going to change in the future when I get round to actually playing it. Like a buddy of mine who you'll see who comments a lot, called Heretic, we'll probably be having a ton of sessions together when I can get on, mainly because he likes playing the online, and I need an excuse to play it, and it's a fantastic excuse. But I don't know, it's really strange. Like, there's been a patch that's just come out that's changed a lot of recoil on guns, it's changed a whole host of different features, but the things that it's changed I don't think really affect the guns that much. They've altered the hip fire, because everybody seems to be hip firing. This is me trying to find people with a UAV. I'm doing a pretty piss poor job. You'll notice I have the same kill streaks as the last video I've uploaded, because this is literally the game afterwards. But there's the shock charge. I hate shock charges. They're such a strange idea, especially when people put beddies down next to them. It's like, really? You're going to be that big of a douche? But I understand it, because it gets cheap kills, it builds those kill streaks, and as we all know, people love them kill streaks. So I was expecting a Betty in that room, but I didn't get it. Instead I got a couple of tags, and I got a nice UAV. Have you noticed how long the matches last on this game? Is that because they've... Whoa, that's gold something. Goodness me, gold type 25. There's a question for people that have played more than me. A gold camo is really that difficult to get, because I've seen a lot of people with them, and they can't be that hard if there's so many of them circulating. I know that you can now get diamond camos, and if you ask me, those diamond camos look fucking disgusting. There's a special place in my heart for gold, and I'm not even entirely sure why. It might be me channeling my inner pimp, but I can't be doing with those diamond encrusted ones. They just look pathetic. I don't get it at all. I really don't. I think the Art of War is probably the coolest camo, because it reminds me of the Pack-a-Punched weapons. I'm looking forward to getting a couple of those. But yeah, matches last too long on this game. I don't get it. I'm not a big fan of them splitting up domination, even though it's you know, more fair this way. Oh, what? See that just then? That is host, guys. You can't do that off host. That doesn't work. I don't even know how that worked. I'm watching it now the second time. I did it and I don't get it. It's tragic because I hate going on about connection because I do it a lot and I don't want to bug and annoy people, even though a lot of people will understand my complaints. But can you just imagine how fun this game would be if it was a little bit more fine-tuned, shall we say? Because like anybody who watches my Dark Souls stuff, anybody who watches any of my stuff, you know, I don't like to cheat. I don't like to have an unfair advantage. I really don't. And the main reason for that is because I like to go into something on an even ground, and I like to win knowing it was me that beat the person, it wasn't other variables. And Call of Duty, I think that's only really possible on 4, because 4 to me, I don't know, it will always be the best one because it works, and it works even when it shouldn't work. As I get snuck up on there by a hip-firing, laser, blooming MP7 guy. Interesting choice that. I don't understand this infatuation with the laser. I understand it helps the hipfire, and I understand that people are obsessed with hipfire, but I don't like hipfire. I really don't. I think it's shit. I really do. To me, it's taking the aiming out of the game, and the only thing Call of Duty has is movement and aiming, and I'm sorry, fuck that. But I mean, this is nearly an 8-minute long video, and as you've seen, have I stopped moving once in this entire time? Don't get me wrong, I don't know the spawn points, I'm not playing with a team so we can't control the spawns, but I'm moving to where the triangles aren't and where I think the dots are, and I'm still not finding people, and I think that's one of my only criticisms of some of the games. I don't know if it's because people are more tentative, I don't know if it's, you know, if we're breeding an entire generation of people that watch too much YouTube and all treat it like life and death and decide to work on KDs and, you know, try hard and camp and all those expressions that people throw around. I don't know, I honestly don't, but it can definitely take the speed and the oomph out of some of the things. I mean, look at that, I got 29 confirms, and the guy at the bottom has 8 and 2. 8 and 2. Guy on the other side, 6 and 1. And I hope for their sake that they just joined the game, and thanks to my shitty connection they'd had trouble connecting, but I think some of those guys were actually in it for the full 8 minutes, which is a bit sad. But thank you for watching anyway, and you take care now.